Brandon. I like your shirt.
I was just trying to
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're all on it.
Go Pirates. Anyway, so I don't even have the banner up because producer Zach's over here just playing on his phone, taking selfies.
I'm sending out the link to our show.
Oh, that a boy.
Nice.
All of the producer Zac fans, viewers, friends, welcome.
Hey.
He hasn't sent it out yet. He's a little bit of a slacker, but it's a little true. Either way, we're super excited tonight because Toby and all the amazing people had this brilliant idea of like, hey, or maybe it wasn't, I don't know. Somebody came up with a brilliant idea where we're going to take the, oh, look at, I got one of those too. Look at, we're twins, ready? Oh, mine didn't slide all the way down like yours. But either way, doesn't it kind of feel like a workout?
You got to drink a lot to wear it in, brother.
Oh, that's true.
Challenge accepted. Well, we had the idea, obviously, last week. We did the draft, and if you haven't seen the recap or whatever, then you potentially live under a bridge. I don't know. But we have decided that we're going to take the top 16 of the Halloween candies that we did, and we're going to put them into a bracket, and you, the amazing viewers, are going to decide via YouTube polls who is going to win and ultimately be named the candy of the best Halloween candy. And like I said, we did 20 of them last week. Producer Zac, dead last in every single poll. Toby, first. Me and Brandon kind of battling for second and third. But what's the quote from the NASCAR movie?
If you ain't first, you're last.
And everybody else is last. But not as last as Zac. Let's just make that clear. And if anybody is watching on Facebook and you want to vote live on the poll and see the poll and all that stuff, or if you're on Twitch or anything else, definitely come on over to the Beard Laws YouTube, and I will post the link in there. If you're already on YouTube, you don't have to click it because you're already here. And if you're on the Talking Beards YouTube, come on over. Let's have a good time. Or you can just hang out and we'll do the results. Producer Zac is going to produce. He's going to put the names in the brackets. And do you know how to share the screen? He's going to share the screen. And that way we can give you a little sneak peek of what it is going to look like.
I can't share the screen because I don't have two screens.
Yeah, you can. Just go to... You share it, Kat. Press present.
You could share the window.
Yeah, you do. Brandon, Toby, Logan, somebody can do that. I gotta go produce with producer Zac. I'm gonna teach him something.
Sweet. What are we doing? What?
We're running the show.
You know what I wanted to say? You know the conversation we had a few weeks ago, boobs or booty?
Yeah.
That is on Reddit right now, and I will say that I was right. Booty is winning.
I'm still a breast man. Don't get me wrong. I love a nice ass, but I'm a breast man all day.
No hold in there.
Yeah, I like butts and boobs and brackets. They all start with the B. So this is the bracket that we have lined up for everybody tonight. Obviously, what I did is I went from the first pick, which was Twix, the 16th pick, what ended up being Tootsie Rolls, and that's how they were seeded from the order that they were picked. Come to find out, since we did a snake draft, we're going to be pairing our own choices against each other for most of the first round, which is interesting. Yeah. So that way we can't have an all producer Zac final, which isn't going to happen anyways, or an all Brandon and all Toby. So I thought that's kind of interesting the way that it shook out. But obviously we're going to have Twix taking on Tootsie Rolls. LS is Lifesaver Gummies taking on Lemon Heads, Kit Kats versus M&M's, Hershey versus Milky Ways, Reese's versus Heath Bar, Butterfingers versus whatchamacallit, long ass name, Snickers versus Reese's Pieces, Twizzlers versus Crunch. So we'll do the matchup
right now, man. I'm looking at some of these, and we're gonna be losing some strong contenders on the very first round.
That's true.
It'll be interesting to see how many upsets come in.
Versus whatchamacallit, I mean, like Snickers versus Reese's Pieces, like these are going to be some strong contenders that are knocked out quickly.
We're going to have some angry viewers, I think.
Yes. And
probably an angry Toby at some point.
I mean, that could happen. Allegedly. Maybe he got it all out Tuesday, though. Richie was a little rough on him on Tuesday. If you want to see Toby triggered from the first second of the show till about the 7th minute of the show, feel free to watch Triple T.
Again, at the very, very end of the show, like, can we go back to that real quick where I stormed off?
Well, listen, you're going to blame me, but what about in the middle when Brandon triggered you too? That happened in a comment.
Brandon, look at Brandon. Look at Brandon's face right now. He's just like, yeah.
I did that.
Did you notice I came in your live today?
Yes,
Toby. Well, you couldn't see it because you can't see the video, but I definitely came in your live today.
Yummy.
You came in as live? Wow. That's personal.
But
I'm glad
Toby,
you guys are such good friends.
Real quick comment I left. Toby just scrolled right back. Oh yeah, have a good night.
Yep.
He
I
wiped
was
it
like,
off
all right,
his
man, have a
face.
great night. There's still a hair of animosity when Brandon came in.
Oh, that's
Because
funny.
when I see Brandon's name, I'm like, is he here just to antagonize me? And then I'll read a comment. I'm like, yep, that's it. We're just gonna let it go by. Just gonna go right past it. And
Way to
somebody
go.
else is eventually gonna mention it. And in my chat, one of the chats that I'm in, somebody's like, dude, Brandon came in the live. Did you see him? I was like, yep, yeah, I did.
Did you also notice that I didn't? Yeah. Either way, good stuff. And I mean, it got to a point too where you could hear Angel off camera Tuesday being like, "Can we make him laugh? Can somebody just make him laugh?" And I think we did it. There was a couple good moments there, a couple good videos, a couple great comments by Euban that were golden. So all right, I think we get right into the bracket. Let's get into the voting. So again, for everybody that's there, we're going to throw this up. And as we put the poll up, I feel that we kind of discussed that, the five of us will just kind of go through whether we make an argument, whether we say what our predictions are, and we just kind of have a free-flowing conversation of each matchup. And then we'll just kind of adapt. This is the first one. And the idea is next Thursday, we'll come back up. There was a poll that we did on there, like cereal and wrestling were right up there. Whatever wins that poll that you viewers picked, we will then draft them one Thursday. Then the following Thursday, we'll do the bracket. So again, it's all about the viewers. It's all about you guys deciding. And let's continue to just have some fun with this. And fellas, if you're ready, does anybody want to have anything to start? Let's make a prediction. Let's make a prediction. Who's going to win this based on it? And we don't want anybody to
I think
vote.
that's dangerous.
Is it dangerous?
I think it's dangerous because I think if we make a prediction, people could either vote that could persuade their vote.
Let's put it in the private chat.
Okay, so bring up the bracket again so that I can take a look at it real quick. Because I already have my prediction, but I guess
I see an upset or two.
Oh, I see one upset, potentially two, maybe three. I see a bunch of contenders.
I got mine.
Okay, I put mine in the private chat. If you guys want to put yours in the private, that way, at the end of the thing, we can read back who said what, and I don't know. We'll do that. I like it. We won't give you our picks. We'll have them in our virtual envelope, and then we'll see if any of us can guess right. So, anybody that's new here, appreciate you being here, and I'm super excited about this. I know this was a good conversation in one of Toby's lives. What we can do and some stuff to make this fun. And listen, this is what everybody wanted. We did a poll on the Tuesday show. 67% of the 25 votes wanted to do the bracket Thursday instead of the draft. So here we are. We aimed to please. All right. So we're putting ours in the private chat, and I'm gonna the first matchup is gonna be Twix versus Tootsie Rolls. Twix versus Tootsie Rolls. Producer Zac did say them thick, the thick, short, small Tootsie Rolls, but we'll just keep it simple. Tootsie Roll. So who wins this round one matchup?
I have no doubt Twix is going to pull away with this one.
It should.
So
Tootsie Roll is a good candy, but Twix has flavor.
So the question, real quick, is we're kind of like talking, and then we're letting them vote. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Whoever gets the most votes in every single YouTube poll, that's what's going to. It doesn't matter if we think Twix, and if they all think Tootsie Rolls for whatever reason, that's what's going to advance whatever the viewers.
You are going to see the true evil of full-on democracy tonight. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think?
The only real benefit or advantage that Tootsie Rolls has over Twix is that it's more portable, meaning you can put a Tootsie Roll, like in your pocket, and you can walk around. You can like pop them just like little candies all day. Whereas Twix, you have your Twix and it's gone. It doesn't matter if it's one of the double Twix. It doesn't matter if it's a little single fun-sized Twix. And that milk chocolate, that'll melt pretty fast. Tootsie Roll, you don't really got to worry so much about that. It's more versatile as far as being for portability. Twix, you almost got to eat on site.
And Tootsie Rolls are everywhere.
Savor a Tootsie Roll longer than a Twix.
Tootsie Rolls are the key bump of Halloween candy.
Yeah.
So you notice here that this is probably the worst matchup, and that Tootsie Rolls has no chance.
Yeah.
Tootsie Rolls is awful. It's not even real chocolate. If you think so, get out of here. Like, it's the candy corn of chocolate.
Oh,
wow!
Chocolate candy corn was the fake chocolate of candy corn.
There are a million Tootsie Rolls just crying in their wrapper right now.
Start with me, woman. Candy corn is the demon's candy. She loves it. She absolutely loves candy corn.
Does she eat wax for fun?
She's a huge fan of the wax lips. And the pumpkins. Don't start with those fucking
Oh God,
I love them
Peanuts.
too. I'm Team Angel. I'm Team
How about
I love
circus
'em.
peanuts? Anyway, so let's go.
I love circus peanuts.
I love circus.
Love
peanuts.
What
circus
is
peanuts.
wrong with you? How did we get married?
Circus penis? I never seen one of those.
Last circus penis I had. Oh man, tell you what.
Just
was
because you
awful.
saw it in a tent doesn't mean it was a circus.
I see
Eugene,
what you-
Skeeter's late. That means he's got to vote for Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, so just to let everybody know, there is 16 votes, and if you're wondering, it's right in the YouTube chat. There should be a poll there. 16 people have figured out what to do. We're not gonna log in and vote ourselves, right? We're gonna let
Correct.
just the viewers go there. Currently, we'll shut it down at least 20 votes. I mean, there's 30 something people. We're at 17, and Twix is currently in the lead. 76% of the votes are
I say
there.
we give,
That is an
since we have so many, I say we give a 2-minute voting period for each vote.
I like
Smart.
that. I like that.
Notice the only comment about Twix itself was that the chocolate melts easily. They didn't even need to bring it up. That's how
That's why I
bad.
said. That's why I said the only advantage that Tootsie Rolls has is portability.
Yeah.
That's it.
And Dustin, if you want to or have the ability,
or that Tootsie Rolls are more portable than Twix. You have to admit that. There's no denying it.
It's true. They're more available too.
yeah, I mean they're every and price point. I would have to imagine Tootsie Rolls are cheaper. But if anybody in the YouTube that's commenting, we appreciate you. We love being you being on YouTube, or Facebook. But if you do want to vote and be a part of this, you do need to come over to the YouTube. If you don't have a login, then that's fine. Just come in here and tell everybody how much you like circus peanuts.
Peanuts, right?
I'm pretty sure it was very hard for me not to say penis.
Right.
Mini
Fuck
Twix
that.
is not as portable because it has a higher melting point.
There we go.
So
Science.
put a mini Twix in its wrapper in your pocket and put a Tootsie Roll in your pocket and walk around all day and tell me which one is still.
Just tell me if you're happy to see me or if that's a Twix in your pocket.
You can do that 10 minutes in the freezer and it's back to normal.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean it's still melted and it's still gonna stick to the wrapper, but yeah.
The
Wait,
flavor
we're still talking about candy.
All right, I think we go ahead and close the poll. It feels like 2 minutes. Maybe. I'll
What
put
an
them-
upset.
Wow, I didn't see that go. It's exactly how it. 76% went Twix and
Okay, I was like,
24% went Tootsie Roll. So producer Zach is going to update that, and we're going to get into the next one here, which is going to be the 8-9 seed. The 8-9 seed, which is going to be what, producer Zach?
The 8-9 seed is Lifesavers Gummies versus Lemonheads.
In
God,
the
there's
8-9
no
game,
winner
always
here.
a
Let's
good
be
game.
honest, there's no fucking winner here.
Who seeded these?
Well, these are based on choice, like as they were chosen.
As they were drafted, this is what happened. So if there's a bad
if you
draft,
if you couldn't tell, these were both producer Zach's choices.
yes. 100%.
Do you have a
Yes,
bird
I
on
have
your
a chicken.
shoulder? What the
This is
fuck?
lucky.
It's a chicken. Yes.
Oh, it's a
lucky
chicken.
It's been 2 months, Logan. He has a chicken.
It's hard to see though. It's hard to
Right,
see.
like it was hard to see for me. All right. Anyways, so Lemonheads sang Mrs. Robinson, and the Lifesaver gummies are delicious.
What was it again? It was Lifesaver Gummy.
Lifesaver Gummies and Lemonheads.
Lemonheads came out with a hit.
We're talking
For
about
the record,
the
it was
original talking
big
about that.
sugar-coated Lifesavers Gummies, which I was referring to.
I tell you what, man. Like if he would have said lemon drops instead of lemon heads, I would have gone with the lemon drops. But since he said lemon heads, I've got to go with Lifesaver gummies.
Lifesaver.
Just for the variety of choice of flavors.
The poll is live. While
If you
we
don't like
talk about it.
lemon, you are out of the Lemonhead.
If lemon's not your favorite flavor, man, forget it.
yeah, if you're not a fan of artificial flavoring, yeah.
Oh, what? You like cherry heads? Loser.
Ooh.
No, I enjoy chocolate candy. I don't enjoy sugary.
Yeah, if you couldn't,
Fake
if you
artificial
couldn't tell
flavor
based on Brandon's choices last week, he's definitely a flavor of the chocolates.
Yeah.
Same with me. Wow, look at
And
that.
peanut butter. Like, if you see chocolate and peanut butter anywhere on this list, chances are it was a Brandon choice.
What another ass.
This is going to be a quick one. We're already at 19 votes. We probably don't even have to wait the whole 2 minutes because
Call
it's
it. Call
70. No, we'll give it at least
All
a
right,
20
all right,
votes. But it's 79% Lifesaver Gummies, 21%
shitty.
Lemonheads.
yeah,
I
you're
can't
not
I can't
coming-
see a
you're not
drastic
coming back from
upset.
Yeah, you're not
In
coming
it.
back from that.
There's
This
not.
is Kansas versus Lemoyne.
I mean, there's only 26 viewers. Like, even if the rest of them chose the lemon heads. It's still not.
All right, I think it's official. We'll call it. And again, anybody on Facebook, if you want to be a part of this poll, feel free to come over to the YouTube. If you need the link, let me know, or just type in your Googles. Beard Loves YouTube. All right, so we're going to call this one Lifesaver Gummies moves on, and they are going to take on the number 1 seed, Twix, in the next round. We're going to go ahead and just jump in to the next one, which is going to be the
Kit Kats versus M&M's, the 4 versus the 13.
This is a tough matchup here.
Dickie
I think
Vitale
they
is
match up
having
well.
another heart attack.
Yeah, they match up well.
Kit Kat and what? M&M's?
Kit Kat and
Again,
M&M's.
I'm going to give the portability advantage to M&M's, but as far
How
as
much candy are you walking around with in your pocket? That portability is so high up on
quite
your
a bit
list.
on it. Hey, you know what? I'm diabetic. How about we don't fucking pick on the diabetics today?
So am I.
Okay,
You guys
so
are allowed to have a
you
diabetic
should know.
debate. Did
I'm
somebody
not
hear
actually
music?
So why
I'm
are
not
we?
actually diabetic?
My question: why are we, with love and respect to the diabetics, using their opinion here for candy? Like
The thing that made them the way they are.
Brandon's like, Cat, get down. I'm about to have a moment.
I'm gonna go off. Wilford Brimley doesn't
going up.
care about your diabetes.
Diabetes.
All right, poll is live on the YouTube, and it is number 4 Kit Kat versus number 13 M&M's. And again, this is the bracket for what we drafted was the best Halloween candy.
Yep.
So, what you think is the best candy during Halloween?
I'm such a Kit Kat fan. Like, don't get me wrong, I love both of these, I really do. But to me, Kit Kats are just a more enjoyable experience.
I agree.
And next up, the greatest conversation of which has the best garlic bread, and we're going to talk to folks with celiac disease.
Wow.
And Dracula.
Ooh, man, we've got some. There seems to be some debate going on in the.
This is a pretty heated one. I take the seeds away. I think M&Ms are a classic on their own. They're right up there candy wise with McDonald's when it comes to brands. Right, when you're kids, M&Ms is a great thing. Kit Kats, though, you're talking about one of the greatest, for lack of a better term, cookie inventions with the wafer and the chocolate. Oh my god,
It's zero waste with a Kit Kat.
And you're
Zero
talking
waste.
normal Kit Kats here, not the other all the different flavors, which friends of Japan will tell you there are a lot of flavors of Kit Kats across.
I really like the mint Kit Kats. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like those things just get me.
Have you had the strawberry dark chocolate?
No.
Yes, those are good.
Yep. That tightens the old pants.
I have to give the nod here though to Kit Kats, just because again, regular M&Ms, I can take or leave them. You give me peanut M&Ms, or peanut butter M&Ms. Oh god.
Yeah.
We had this conversation on my live today about, M&Ms, peanut butter M&Ms, and peanut M&Ms, and the resounding in favor was the peanut M&Ms. Like, you show me a yellow package of M&Ms, and I'm losing it. I'm like, yep, nope, that's it.
And I want to point to the conversation by Amanda Fitz, Toby has been bringing up a portability, which is important, of course, not to belittle that, but also in it, mouthfeel and texture. If we're going to talk portability, it's beyond just flavor. It's about the texture in your mouth.
Yep. And to stick up for the diabetics here, because I have a father who's a diabetic, portability is a big thing for diabetics, because if you have a low sugar, you need a little snack, you need a little candy. So portability is huge. My old man would have to. Do you want to carry glucose tablets, or do you want to carry some candy?
I have a friend that actually sleeps with a box, like a hard wooden box of candy, like sits against her headboard under her pillow, so that if her diabetic alarm goes off in the middle of the night, she can get up, suck down some Skittles, and call it a day.
Which let's talk about I guess we're going to move on from this matchup. We'll talk about the disappointment. There was a lot of people disappointed in Skittles. And if you're wondering where these candies come up, these were all voted on us in the previous episode last Thursday. We voted on these. And obviously this was a tough matchup because the guy that drafted them, I think, did a pretty good job. So 68% went towards Kit Kat. So Kit Kat is going to move on.
That was close.
Yeah,
that was
68.
Close.
That's our closer one. 68 to 30 or 65. Sorry, 65 and 35. So 20 votes in. Kit Kat moves on. to go to the next round. So again, this is what we did based on last week's draft, and maybe next week we don't do the snake draft, but I kind of like matching our own matchups against each other. It's not a terrible thing.
Yeah. Maybe next week we'll do the lottery, and I'll get more balls in the lottery because
we could do a lottery where we each pick like 1 through whatever numbers, and then whatever number we get is our pick in the draft.
And any chance we can to talk about balls on this podcast, we typically take it.
So much ball count.
Balls, shitting, or asses. It's always one or the other, and we've already covered 2 of those.
While Matt types up the next question, can I posit a question to the group?
Yeah, can you tell me real quick what the matchup is?
The matchup
Hershey's
is
and Milky Way.
number 5 Hershey's, number 12 Milky Way.
Wow,
Milky Way had a bad conference this season. They had some injuries early on, dropped a couple key matchups, and they got bounced in the semifinals of their conference playoffs. They got a wild card bid.
All right, go ahead, Zach. You were saying something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Realistically, how long does a candy bar last in the car when you're leaving a gas station? I mean, are we talking a block after the parking lot? Are we talking
killing that thing open before I even throw it into reverse?
Have we ever paid for an empty wrapper?
No.
I have.
No.
And then I even faked a diabetic thing, but allegedly, potentially, I might have been, under the influence of marijuana in a state that was definitely legal, and I was just super hungry, and then I was like, honor system, hey, I ate this, here it is, paid for it, and there was no questions asked. Yep. The matchup is now live. Number 5 Hershey's taking on Milky Way. Brandon, the food daddy, filling up with Fat Daddy. What do you think on this matchup? 5-12.
Hershey's and Milky Way. Okay, listen. I've always thought of Milky Way, and I don't see the other one on here. Three Musketeers. Thank God.
It was my last pick. I eliminated all of our last picks.
It's like if you took Snickers and divided it and took out M&Ms, you would just have Milky Way and Three Musketeers. It's like terrible candy, like on their own.
What the fuck? Come on, man.
Are we allowing Logan to not sit at the child's table anymore? I thought he was there.
Come on!
You haven't even been
candy. What if you don't like nuts? I don't like nuts. Just like I love eggs, I don't like fucking nuts. I don't want nuts in my Snickers. I want Milky Way, and I want fucking Three Musketeers. Brandon, you are
wow.
No,
Logan, it's bedtime. Your mother and I told you about this. Okay,
I'm just saying.
Literally eats green beans like straight out of the can. Everybody, like, take what he says with a grain of salt.
I'm done.
Nougat and caramel are nice.
Yeah, they are
super nice.
But are you're seriously telling me that we're not talking Snickers here? Of course, we haven't gotten there.
Yep.
But Hershey's, the classic American chocolate on its own, a Hershey's bar. What we're talking about, we're not talking cookies and cream or almonds or any other dark chocolate Hershey's, or God love Mr. Good Bar. But we're talking straight up Hershey's is better than Milky Way.
In the private chats, I think that Hershey's will win. I'll say it right now. I think Hershey's will win because people aren't as smart as I am. And I'm going to say Hershey's, you can do s'mores. Kids love s'mores.
Wait. Can we back it up your argument?
Oh, we love Hershey's. No, Milky Way and Three Musketeers are a better candy than Hershey's. Hershey's is just plain old chocolate, diabetes, and it's bad for you.
I'm not going to lie to you. So the whole reason I'm going against Hershey's is because it literally is nothing but just solid chocolate. Since we're talking about the original Hershey's, Milky Way has a different consistency. It's got a better flavor. I'm all for tradition. I'm all about it. Like I love Hershey's bars, and I do say that they are a staple of Halloween. Like they're synonymous with Halloween, but I have to with like what we were talking about before, as far as like when we talk about additional things such as portability, mouthfeel, flavor. If we're taking all that into effect, I'm taking Milky Way.
All right, the poll is officially closing.
Brandon,
no. You yelled. Calm down. I want to say something. Now listen. What part of Milky Way do you enjoy?
I'm a
chocolate,
Milky Way.
The nougat, the caramel, or is it all together? Because the simplicity, those are rhetorical. The simplicity of this Hershey's, the greatness of the chocolate on its own, stands above anything Milky Way can offer. Whether it's all three of those things together, the nougat, the chocolate, the caramel, or any of those three by themselves. Hershey's chocolate is a classic. You yourself brought up s'mores. If anybody here has used s'mores with any other chocolate, it's probably been a Hershey or a Reese's, because those are really good.
Sure.
But you ain't throwing no Milky Way in anything other than the trash.
Oh.
All right, listen.
How dare ye?
On that note, the poll is closed. The results are in. 25 votes. Hershey's, 52%. Milky Way, 48%.
Wow, that's close.
One. Fuck. So Hershey's, the number 5 seed, advances on to the next matchup.
No.
That's close. That is close.
Get the Hershey's one? Yep. Okay. All right. So what's
Good argument, Brandon.
That was good. All right. So what do we got for the next matchup?
We got number 2 seed Reese's taking on number 15, the Heath Bar.
Ooh.
I've never had a Heath Bar.
Delicious.
So Logan's going to sit this one out.
Reese's!
He's going to eat some deviled eggs.
I hate nuts. Poll is live.
Listen,
Number
as
2.
much as I love my chocolate and toffee, there's no comparison against chocolate and peanut butter, especially when you're talking about Reese's peanut butter with chocolate. No, I'm sorry. Like Reese's takes his hands down.
I'm the biggest fan of Score and Heath. I drafted the Heath. Heath is my favorite candy bar, second to Reese's, and there's nothing I can say bad about Reese's. It's the great. I've said it before here. It's the greatest marriage. Peanut butter and chocolate together is the greatest food marriage combination across the board in food, and so it's Reese's all the way.
I mean, you remember the old commercials where somebody would be in a theater and for whatever reason just had an open jar of peanut butter, and then somebody else was like biting on a bar of chocolate, and they like drop their chocolate and land in somebody's peanut butter, and they're like, my chocolate bar, my peanut butter, and then they taste it and they're like, Reese's peanut butter cups.
Do you remember similarly? Do you remember the commercials about the peanut butter in the car crash, the peanut butter and the chocolate, the cartoon one? Yeah. Wouldn't see that anymore. But no. And that's funny. Real quick, Reese's overrated, Grim. There was always somebody. That's the funny thing is like there's always somebody who doesn't enjoy Reese's, and I just don't get it. I had a friend who didn't like chocolate once. I was like, well, we're going to stop being friends at this very moment now because I can't have you in my life.
I'm sorry. It's very difficult to overcome the combination. It's very difficult to overcome the combination between peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah, this is a landslide.
We're gonna be perfect combination when it comes to like candies.
I don't even like peanut butter, and Reese's are awesome.
There we go. The perfect food marriage, and everybody almost agrees. 90% Reese's, 10% Heath Bar, 21 votes. We're calling this one. This
no bueno.
Reese's or Reese's?
Reese's.
Yeah.
Reese's.
It's Reese's.
Reese's
It's
Pieces.
Reese's peanut butter cup, and it's a Tootsie Roll.
Reese's Pieces.
Okay, let's just stop. We need to continue on.
All right. Next matchup is going to be
Phonetically, yeah.
Who will win this matchup? It's going to be the
number 7 seed Butterfinger, and number 10 seed the whatchamacallit.
Ooh.
Not to be confused with a Whoozy Whatsy.
What's it called?
The Who's a What's It is really good fucking too, by the way. Like,
Yeah,
it's
Whoozy
really...
Whatsit's bang.
I assume not a lot of folks probably know what the whatchamacallit is, or if they do, they never had one. I'm not saying it's that obscure. I'm just saying of these candies listed, that's probably the one that folks may not have had.
Never had one.
Fun story. The first time I had a whatchamacallit was because I woke up in a snowbank and there was just one in my pocket.
Oh, portability is good then.
Yeah. I would venture to guess, Brandon, that if there was something on this list that people hadn't had, it would have been Heath over whatchamacallit.
Really?
I'd venture to guess more people have had a whatchamacallit than a Heath bar.
Never had either.
So this is whatchamacallit. Producer Zac makes a good point. Why the apple? Is it because of the delicious crispiness? Like an apple?
I don't know.
So this
it's definitely not because it's a vital part of your every morning breakfast.
It's a very dense chocolate bar too, which I appreciate. Like it's
almost like a granola bar.
Yeah, you bite it and you're like, I'm fucking eating this
parts
chocolate
to it. You got caramel, peanut butter, you've got the crisp, you've got the chocolate. Like there's nothing bad about a whatchamacallit. I'm sorry, there's just not.
Yeah.
Oh, so we got apparently back on the other one. Heath bars are only good in hot chocolate, and I think everybody else agreed on that one.
I will agree that it's really good in a hot chocolate.
I've never had it in a hot chocolate.
Yeah.
I like crunching it in my mouth without chocolate. That's hot.
I'm with Brandon on that one too, though.
That's fair. Fair point.
Oh,
that's classic. Like when people ask me what I drink my bourbon with, and I say my spit. Like I just put it in my mouth.
Just put it in my mouth. All right. So the poll is 58% and 42%, 19 votes we're gonna let the votes trickle into at least one more vote. And again, if you're just listening to this, it's got to be terrible because all of this action happened yesterday and you're not even voting live. But just keep this in mind. You can come back next week on the Thursday show and do that.
Reruns of American Idol still crushing syndication. All
right. maybe the reruns of American Idol, like the auditions.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Hey, once auditions are over, man, that's it. Like, hey, fucking tell me who won 4 months later. I don't care.
Yeah. No, it's this guy that signed a deal and didn't do anything with it. Cool. All right,
big Ruben Stoddard fans out there.
If we are discussing about like what you see more often during Halloween, you definitely see more Butterfinger than you do whatchamacallit.
100%. I do like the rappers of the whatchamacallits. They're pretty cool, like comic book style. But all right, we're gonna end this poll. The winner is Butterfinger with 58%. Beat whatchamacallit 42%.
Is that the tightest one we've had so far?
No,
the other one was
49%, which was the one just prior.
Milky Way Hershey's, right?
Yep. That was 51 to 49 was the final.
Oh, does that have coconut in it?
No,
it doesnn't. Graham, I'm not sure what you have going on.
He just
doesn't like coconut.
Graham and be pointed out for being different.
And Logan doesn't like nuts either, so by default he probably would not like coconut.
I love coconut.
How the?
I'm excited about this one coming up.
It's cocoa nuts.
Oh, Snickers and Reese's.
Yeah, clear winner in my mind.
This is your hardest. In my opinion, this is your hardest battle of the first round.
Who wins this tough battle?
I'm going to tell you right now, if there's anything that's synonymous with Halloween outside of Hershey's and Butterfingers, is definitely the Snickers bar.
I'm going to say this right now.
Oh boy.
I find Reese's Pieces to be overrated.
I agree.
I don't think they're bad. Don't get me wrong. I'll eat them. I think but I just think they're a little overrated. It's like you've taken something that's great and you've bastardized it, is the way I see it.
I'm pissed that the first contact we have with an alien and we give it a fucking Reese's Pieces. Come on.
Because you taste Reese's Pieces and it's nothing like a Reese's.
Did you hear the way he said it?
I did.
Reese's?
Is it?
Reese's
so
Pieces?
You had Reese's Pieces? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Is that me or are you talking to him?
No. I'm asking producer Zach.
Okay.
Reese's Pieces.
Look, there's the word pieces is right there. And they didn't say Reese's Pieces. It's Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces sounds like someone's genitalia. It's Reese's Pieces.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you that you're wrong. And there's it's a 4/5 vote that you're wrong, as well as however many people are in the chat are going to tell you that you're wrong.
I've stared worse odds in the face.
All right, everybody in the chat, is producer Zach right or wrong in the way that he says Reese's Pieces, or do you think it's Reese's Pieces?
We had a similar conversation going off of what Brandon was saying, to kind of piggyback on what Brandon was saying. We had a similar conversation on my live today when we were talking about like the holiday candies with Reese's and Snickers, right? Like they were like, what's better, the Reese's trees or the Snickers Santa Claus? And I told people there's no doubt in my mind Snickers Santa Claus is better because, for one, they softened and more liquid, made the caramel more liquidized, so it kind of flows a little bit better. And it's whereas the Reese's peanut butter trees, literally all they did is said, well, we're just going to take these cups and form into a tree. There's nothing special about them. And with the Reese's Pieces, yeah, they put a candy coated shell around them, and yes, there is chocolate in there, but it's so thin and minuscule. Really, all you're getting is like this hard candy crunch, and then immediate just nothing but peanut butter. You're not getting that mix that you get with a Reese's peanut butter cup. You're not getting that flavor blend.
So everybody in the chat,
eat shit, Zach,
except for Chris, has decided you are wrong
about it.
Well, there's a producer battle, and I mean that's bound to happen on the streets of Beard Lawn
Is Jace talking shit?
Yeah, he said eat shit, Zach, with an H. You are.
I don't know who Zach is.
Zach. Results are in. Results are in. 65% Snickers, 35% Reese's or Reese's Pieces.
Was not expecting it to be that lopsided.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. So the updated right here. This is the last matchup in the first round, and then second round begins. All right, we'll try to get through these a little bit quicker. So we're gonna go Twizzlers and Crunch. I'm gonna get the poll up here. Let's see.
I think we're going to see an upset here. I think.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think we are. Both of these were my choice, and as the person that picked them, there's no competition. Crunch is taking this one hands down.
Ooh,
I'm a Twizzlers guy. Don't get me wrong, but
man, if I had to pick, I don't get to pick, but I'm not going to sway anybody's vote. But I do love a good Twizzlers. Brandon, you are praying. I need you or farting. Or...
Are you having a fart attack?
If you motherfuckers choose that rubber ass plastic candy over fucking, I swear to God, is this a conversation that, first of all, I understand why it's 6/11 right now because of how it was drafted. But if this is even close, I mean, if this is like closer than 80-20, I'm going to be pretty angry.
About to be angry.
Listen, I hate licorice. I hate licorice. Whether you're talking black licorice or regular red licorice, hate it. But I would rather eat like Poland peel, which was not bad actually. Some of the strawberry and cherry Poland peel were kind of decent. But like that plastic, like formed licorice, it's awful. It's literally awful.
Wait a minute.
Watching these votes come in is like watching
peels
Ohio
in a regular
election
Twizzler.
Yeah. Yes. What is the flavor of a fucking Twizzler? It's like
the flavor
strawberry.
of a Poland peel.
Cherry.
Those have
cherry. It's strawberry.
Dirt flavor to them.
Yeah, the fucking Twizzler is literally the same as what the shit on your boot is made out of. It's literally touched dirt. Fucking used tires and shit is what you're eating.
We just need a 2-man bracket. Me and producer Jay.
They're multi-purpose. Exactly. They've been used as tires before. I apologize for my anger today, you guys. I ran over a squirrel earlier, and it's just not been a good one for me.
I'm going to run over a squirrel later, like tomorrow, and it's going to be named Jace the producer.
Over a squirrel.
You got my microphone in the other room right now, Brandon.
We're giving this vote 30 more seconds. 30 seconds. It's very close. Very close.
My wife, being a lovely woman, said to me, I called her right after. I was just kind of upset, and she goes, "It's okay. I bet he had a good life, and at least he doesn't have to go through winter now."
So legit, you were upset you ran over a squirrel. That happens once a month for people like us up here.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't run one over once a month.
But bless her heart for just being so, for being so silver lining about it.
Oh shit, guys, we got to. It is tied. Next vote. No. Okay. Wow. Oh. Okay. 25 votes. It was
John
just
Kasich
tied.
wins.
It's been up for 2 minutes. I don't know what the vote is because I can only see the amount of time.
It's
it doesn't
48 to 52% right now. It was just 50-50. So whoever voted, you just made a difference. When everybody's like, "Oh, your vote doesn't count," it clearly does here.
Block the vote.
I'm ending it with 48% and 52%. The winner is, what is it, Producer Zac?
It is the Crunch Bar.
You also have to remember, as the food judge, I send people to jail for lesser crimes. When I'm surrounded by peasants who try to tell me that fucking Twizzlers are good, it's like,
no, straight to jail. Next video.
Wow, I'm loving this producer battle in there. We're gonna have to bring Jace on one of these days, and they can just have the master debate.
I don't want to be here for the master debate.
Well, you might want to leave right after the show. All right, that concludes round one. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. So now we have one upset. We got the big boys. 1 versus 8, 4 versus 5, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 11. Crunch making the upset. That was our closest matchup of round one. For the recap, let's get right in to round two. Again, it's going to be the number 1 seed versus the number 8 seed. Who wins? Can't type.
I would like to say
this might be the biggest ass.
I would like to say one thing, okay? First of all, for all the people who are like, "I can't have just all chocolate. Who's Brandon drafting shit?" 7 of the 8 fucking picks are chocolate. All chocolate. Go fucking chocolate.
That squirrel really affected this son of a bitch tonight.
I was gonna say I'm gonna start planning squirrels in your vehicle path more often. I like this, Brandon.
I gotta pull up the
this
Google
Brandon
Docs
seems
and
more
see
like
what
a
options
Toby
we have that aren't
tonight.
food related for next week because I don't think Brandon will live to see the birth of his next child at this rate. He's just gonna fucking stroke out.
I like how you called it earlier, a fart attack. All right, poll is live. Number 1, Twix versus number 8 Lifesaver, but apparently it came over as a emoji, the dude with the sunglasses.
So I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm like where Brandon was on the last round with this one. If you motherfuckers even go with the idea that Lifesaver gummies are even anywhere within the same realm of ranking as a Twix, then you don't need to talk to me.
Go run over a squirrel.
Go run over a squirrel. Like
Twix is getting handled.
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is this is going to be a quick one. Twix is 81%. We have 21 votes to 19%. There's no coming back, so it's official. Even if everybody else goes and votes for whatever reason, Producer Zach's Lifesaver gummies. It just switched 75. But either way, Twix is your winner and advances on to round 3.
What I said. If you vote for a Lifesaver, your mom's a hoe.
You got no left titty.
Doing a great showing by Lifesaver gummies. I mean,
all right, what do we got for next matchup, Zach?
We have number 4 Kit Kat versus number 5 Hershey's.
Oh, you guys are gonna cry over this one, I'm sure.
No,
all right, poll is live.
Listen. Again, I understand Hershey's being a staple of the American candy,
Boring,
and being the original the chocolate to go to, but to jump onto Brandon's argument earlier, if we're throwing mouthfeel and all of that into it, like Kit Kat takes his hands down. I'm sorry.
Plain original Hershey bar. And I mean, let's be honest, Kit Kat has a jingle that everybody remembers.
Give me a break, baby.
Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Kit Kat, I have ranked second in my complete candy ranking, so I would not argue with that whatsoever.
Yeah. But whoever picked that just did a fantastic job in the number 4 spot, I would imagine. But these are I'm gonna have one left after this. These are my 2, Kit Kat versus Hershey. One will survive and go to round 3 and take on a tough opponent.
I see producer Jace is still putting my name in his mouth, and I'm gonna fucking snap.
It's the flu right now, and I still have better taste than Zach.
Well, producer Jace is your standard keyboard warrior. Talks a lot of shit when he's on that side of the screen, but
come to the studio, man.
Hey, for the record, producer
not if he has the flu.
Producer Jace is of the Waffle Mafia. He's my guy, all right.
Oh, I know Jace very well, and I know that he is doing this just to get a rise out of producer Zach, and I love it.
Wait, what's this? I just got a notification from Indeed that Brandon J McDermott's looking for a new producer because Jace just got fucking assassinated.
Can I see the bracket one more time?
Yeah, and this matchup is officially over as well. With 27 votes.
Wow, what an ass whooping.
78% to 22%. Moving on to the next round is Kit Kat. That was
we got 27 votes on that?
27 votes.
Ooh, the overhit.
Rock.
Can I just say for a moment, I'm very proud of the viewer interaction tonight. Thank you guys so much. We got 29 viewers and 27 people voted. You guys are doing awesome. Congratulations to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That means we're doing something you enjoy.
Free Kit Kats and Twix for everybody.
No, that's not going to happen.
No.
Corn dogs,
my bad. Keep
but if you do want, whoever wins, whatever candy wins, if you would like one, maybe we'll do a raffle and we'll send you something, but you have to email all of your poop pics to Logan@beardless.com.
All of them. Every poop pic you ever have taken.
No. All right. What do we got for the next matchup?
We got number 2 Reese's going up against number 7 Butterfinger. Very curious to see how this one pans out. This is a tough one.
You said 7.
Number 7 Butterfinger. Yep.
For me, believe it or not, I know 7 is where Butterfingers were ranked because I think I chose them. I think I'd put Butterfinger in the top 4, if not number 3 for me. You talk. Some people don't like Butterfinger because it makes my teeth sticks in my teeth. Okay, Grandma. But what I do want to say is the mouthfeel, the crunch. It's a part of it, right? Crispity, crunchy. Yeah. It's a part of that. Oh man, fuck! I miss Butterfinger BBs, by the way.
Oh hell yeah!
But anyway, side note. I can't go against Reese's. Reese's is the winner. It's hard to do that. Butterfinger's great.
I'm going with the Butterfinger because I just like I like the overall. Like I love Reese's. I really love Reese's, but there's something about a Butterfinger that gives it that extra edge. I don't know if it's that crispy kind of crunch that comes with it, or just there's like almost like there's a little bit different type of peanut butter taste to it.
You know what's great about? Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, there's just something about it that just gives it that edge over Reese's for me.
The inside of a Butterfinger is like what a Chica Sticks wishes to be. It's just amazing.
Yes.
Nice pull.
That was good. That was good.
That's your fifth. It's just like when people compare to me when they talk about Butterfinger, I'm like, have you had a Fifth Avenue? Because to me, Fifth Avenue is what a Butterfinger tries to be.
Okay.
Okay. All right. This one appears to be over with 25 votes. We're going to call it 68% went Reese's, and the 32% went Butterfinger. So congratulations. The number 2 seed has survived pretty easily in there, and we have one more matchup in the second round. Then we're going to be on to, I believe, the final 4. So
yeah, that was honestly, that's a tough choice. And somebody, who was it? It was Paul LaPlante in the comments really put it eloquently. Reese's is solid, but Butterfinger is an experience. But it's that
Reese's Butterfinger is an experience.
We have number 3 Snickers going up against number 11 Crunch Bars.
Oh, this could get interesting. Can we have a Cinderella?
I absolutely love them both. I'm not giving Nestle's Crunch over Snickers.
Never heard of Fifth Avenue.
So you're taking Snickers over Crunch.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
I agree. I think Snickers is what all of those candy bars we talked about, the Milky Way, the Three Musketeers, throwing $100,000, all those like similar peanut, nougat, caramel, chocolate candy bars wish to be. Snickers has done it. They're the top.
It's the pinnacle of what all of those aspire to be individually. It's them combined. Like,
yeah, and I get my allowance from your mom.
Whoa! Wow!
For the record, did you know, Zach, that his mom is in a wheelchair? So does she wheel the allowance over to you? Is that what happens?
I just put her there.
Picking on the crippled. Jesus,
it's terrible.
Terrible. LTG likes nuts. He likes nuts. Logan, he does not like nuts.
But you know what?
I also don't like rice in my chocolate. Like
he also loves them.
So I'm a little torn on this one.
All right, the viewers are not torn on this one. 26 votes. It's over. Number 3 Snickers survived with 69%. Nice. All right.
69.
These 3. I knew this was happening.
Wow. We are going to have a rough battle in the next round between Snickers and Reese's. That's going to be. That's
Chris says, I say championship round. Everyone eats one for a real winner. There we go. Everybody, whoever.
I'm run to the store. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't had any of the kids haven't been here since Halloween, so I have like 0 Halloween candy here. But
I might have a Reese's and a Kit Kat, but I don't think we have any Snickers.
Jeez, the battle is fun. I'm entertaining, and this is fun. All right, here we go. So here
what is he saying?
He's saying to turn Logan's.
Don't turn my mic up.
Down.
No one wants to listen.
StreamYard doesn't support that, Jace.
He's messing with us. Anyways, so let him get to you, Zach. That's what he wants. All right, we're in the final 4. Twix, Kit Kat versus Reese's and Snickers. This should get interesting. So let me get up here. The final 4. Poll. Are you guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm ready for this. Who wins the first final 4 matchup? All right. We got number 1?
Number 1 Twix going up against number 4 Kit Kat.
Here we go.
I'm giving it to Kit Kat. Wafers versus a cookie. I'm giving it to the wafer.
But that cookie is just whack compared to that wafer, man. I mean, you take it standalone cookie. I'll take that cookie is take it or leave it. You can take it out. You can put anything else, any other cookie in there, and you're not missing that cookie that's in the Twix.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
What
I'm saying. That's wafer versus cookie. Wafer takes that all day long.
That's a good point, but Twix never fucks it up.
They fuck it up all the time. You don't even know if you're eating left or right.
Okay, first of all, when the fuck is Kit Kat fucked something up?
No, they don't. I'm just saying, like what you were saying, the Twix, like the wafer versus the candy. No, Twix is solid.
Logan, give me a break.
I'm kind of confused with Logan's argument myself, if you want the truth.
Twix has never come out with the big Twix, but we have the big cat.
Ooh.
Okay.
And the big cat is just fucking amazing.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh dude, there's somebody made a 10-pound Kit Kat. Like the whole bar where you could actually snap them and each piece is like this wide.
I'm a 10-pound Kit Kat.
I'm not a huge wafer guy though.
I don't like what I can't spell.
So that should have been your argument. Oh, I'm not a wafer guy, so I go with Twix.
I mean, well, we all have our points, right? I mean, like that's I got to go with Twix.
Why is
I'm
your
not
point
saying
out
it's
right
not
now?
a valid point. I'm just saying that should have been the base point of your argument.
I hate to say this, but I think it's over.
Fair.
I think it is
You
over.
want to do a big reveal?
Yeah.
Big reveal.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
reveal it, right?
let's not reveal. Let's go 2 and 3, and then reveal them both.
Did we do a poll on this one?
A poll, yeah. There's a poll out there.
I don't
Are we
going
going to do it all at once, or are we going to do it? We're going to do it right now.
Oh, 24 votes. Oh, wow.
24 votes. Let's reveal it. Let's stick with the trend.
All right.
Actually, no. I like the idea. We'll do a surprise to see who wins the second matchup, and then we'll see who's in the championship.
Yeah,
All right.
I like that.
All right. So
'Cause the
first
candy
poll
is
has
in
ended.
waiting.
Second poll is, let's see.
We got number 2 Reese's going up against number 3 Snickers.
I'll fucking kill your firstborn. child.
Reese's.
God damn it.
3 Snickers.
Number 3 Snickers.
All right, here we go.
My
At this
firstborn
point, I'm on
would be
Jace's
tough.
team now, Zach, because of that shit.
What's
What?
that?
I said because of that shit, I'm now on Jace's team because he refuses to fucking say it correctly. He's
Wow.
been
Pace
told,
running his
he's
fucking
been
mouth.
corrected. He's been told by the masses that he's saying it wrong, but yet still insistent upon himself, like a Family Guy episode. He
Lucas has a point.
insists upon
Twix are ripped
himself
for pleasure.
to say it incorrectly.
You don't have the ability to say it the other way, do you? And it's okay.
It's Reese's, man. Like it's
When I'm stuck in a word, that's how it. That's
In his defense,
Toby.
he-
Why? What are you so upset about, eh?
listen, we're not trying to trigger everybody, but in producer Zach's defense, there is a shelf right behind where he's sitting, and he leaned back pretty friggin' hard and heard. I'm fairly sure that he is slightly concussed now.
Or
So
maybe.
maybe he's having a stroke or the brain injury is making it so he can only say Reese's.
Fucking hope so.
I don't really know, but either way, poll is up. We are at 26 votes, and it's 50-50.
Again, I give this to Snickers just for their diversity and their variety and their flavors and the palate that comes along with it.
Yep.
You got 2 great things, which don't get me wrong, probably like Brandon says, greatest combination in candy history, peanut butter and chocolate. But it's hard to go up against Snickers. Like Snickers is the staple of candy bar.
Yep. All right, no defense. All right, fair enough. All right, so we're at 28 votes. It's even. It is 50-50.
Go to 31. Go to
Come on, we
31.
need 3 more.
3 more.
Yep.
We gotta go
And-
3 more votes.
Let's add this about Snickers. Not trying to sway anybody.
Oh,
They're shit. I had a point.
2 more. Need 2 more votes.
Brandon,
Oh, their marketing.
You got
Yeah, their
something
marketing
to
was
say.
awesome. The last 10 years, Snickers marketing has been awesome. It might
Oh,
even
yeah.
been more. Remember when they had the Snickers, like the football guys, like crushing each other?
Yeah.
Dude, the Betty White commercial
Yes, like
getting crushed.
crushed.
yes.
Yeah, like
We gotta stop talking about crushing Betty White, guys.
Yes. All right.
dude, I would totally crush her. She's born on the same, I mean, a bunch of years earlier, but we have the same birthday. I
No
totally
way.
crush Betty
a
White.
bunch of years earlier.
Logan's not
Bunch of years
98.
earlier.
All right, we're at 29 votes. It is not 50-50.
Feel like it.
I feel like we should probably call it, or do we want to wait?
I would say call it. I don't think we're gonna get to the 31.
All right, we're gonna call this. Producer Zach, you see it?
I see it.
All right, poll has ended. We are going to, once he updates it, reveal who is going to be in the championship matchup. Can Chris get his hope to not hear Reese's anymore, or Reese's? How do you say it? Anyways,
Reese's?
yes, to do that, or are we there?
Are we
I'm ready. Yeah,
We
you
ready?
do the thing. And in the championship for the best Halloween candy, voted on by the amazing viewers,
Hey, it's
There it is.
pandemonium down here at the Astrodome, folks.
it's Kit Kat
Somebody's cheating.
versus Reese's.
Dude, I'm telling you, the Kit Kat wasn't close, but that Reese's 51 to 48%. Like that's
Wild. All right, so Grim says he calls for a recount. Stuffed ballots.
Stuffed with nougat.
this isn't Florida, man. Like
That's what I'm going to call my next band. Stuffed ballots. You guys want to be in it?
Your next
Yeah,
band?
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right. Are we ready for the championship match?
ballots and the nougats.
All right. Who is the champion of?
I think this is easy. This is walk-off territory.
Oh,
Well, based on the two hardest hitters in the entire game after that battle,
You're
that
seeing an
close-
easy
and that close
walk-off
win,
territory.
I'm gonna say Reese's is. There's no way Reese's isn't taking this.
Brandon, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts are this: Kit Kat has a song, Snickers has the saying, "You're hungry, have a Snickers." With the Twix, which didn't make it, they've got their left and right thing. Other than basically printing fucking Reese's in different shapes, Reese's doesn't really need to do any kind of marketing.
But it does have marketing. It has very specific marketing, my friend.
It does, of course. But Reese's is like, we're Reese's. Fuck you. Take a bag. Like that's what
Halloween
they
marketing is
crikey.
good.
Crikey!
Reese's
That's a
Halloween
different
marketing is great.
To
That's breaking the
caveat
game.
on what Brandon said, the best marketing out of all of those really is it's just like straight up fuck you, eat a Reese's, more or less. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
Yeah.
There isn't.
Meaning
But
we know you're gonna eat it. Just eat it
This
however the
oil
fuck you
tastes
want.
terrible.
Don't be judged. Like Reese's
Yes, you're
is-
right. Those commercials in the '90s of I chew the outsides and I just like
Poll
to
is live.
cut the middle out. And...
Poll is live. Championship matchup. Let's go. This could be interesting. It's off to a very slow start.
Oh,
wow. Very quick start.
wow, that jumped up
17
quick. That went from 0 to 17 in seconds.
We just got all those deployed troops as votes, like all at once.
All the mail-in votes just finally came into the box.
Wait, Lemonheads wins. What?
They're okay. So Paul and the wife are still fighting over the Reese's and Snickers around.
That's
We're
a
talking
tough
about the
fight.
worst.
Paul, back down.
I love the idea that Paul and his wife might get divorced over this. That's fantastic.
We're going to talk about the worst chocolate that melts so easily. It's Reese's chocolate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like
Yeah, what's up with
it's
that?
almost instant. Like
Not a good
so bad
portability.
that 90% of the Reese's that you get will leave themselves stuck to the wrapper.
That's the one thing I will say about Reese's. Like, we've been around for decades and you can't solve the fucking getting stuck to the bottom. Put a little flour on that bitch. You know,
Like, and if you notice, they have like a little oil or something like that on the bottom of the wrapper, and it's still like every time you're like, oh bastards.
just imagine of all the Reese's you've had in your life, how much you've wasted because of that bottom chocolate.
But that's why you eat the next one. Be like, the next one, I'm getting a full Reese's.
All I've got to say is
Or
that if there's
recess.
any
How do you say it? Or recess?
Reese's. If there's any law enforcement officials in the chat, please be aware that argument has a high risk for a domestic dispute. So,
What if? Let me throw this out here. What if candy corn Reese's came out with a candy corn,
No.
So it's peanut butter flavored.
peanut butter,
So
but
it's peanut
just
butter
their take?
chocolate flavored, and it's not waxy.
Only if there was peanut butter in the middle could that even remotely work.
Like
So my-
I'd only be okay with a slight candy like coating. Like I would prefer like the Reese's Pieces like candy coating, colored like a candy corn, but half chocolate, half peanut butter in it.
I'm pretty sure Kit Kat came out with a candy corn Kit Kat at one point.
That what a fucking
I'm
mistake.
I'm gonna Google that.
Knows how you
Google
have to think about it.
All right, who do we got? We got a winner.
Yep, they did.
Who did?
Kit Kat.
They did?
Yep.
Yeah, we have a winner. 30 votes. The results are in. You see it, Producer Zac? And you want to put it on the screen?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I just see the number of votes. So
Okay.
as far as I know, it's 50-50.
All right. Well,
'Cause it's
well
an even
he's
number of votes.
He's going to update this. Then we're going to put it up on the screen, and we will show you who the grand champion is of the first bracket, the first draft. You guys have been able to see it from the draft to the bracket. I think this has been a ton of fun, and looking forward to next week. And we'll take a look.
Look at that
at,
timing too.
Yeah, the timing. It's almost the
pretty
end of
good.
the show. It's been pretty good. It's like we've done this. All right, we're going to reveal it and then end it. The winner is
Lemonheads.
And here to you, Mrs. Robinson.
so in the private chat.
When we were
there
talking
were-
about the private chat voting, I'm not going to lie to you. I looked at that's why I asked you to bring it back up. And I'm like, I know at some point in time it's going to go to Snickers and Reese's. And whoever wins that is going to win it. And I took my chances on Snickers, and I know I lost.
Yep. So Brandon did go. He's like 11, 15, 10, 13. Dark horses. Didn't quite work out, but he did say Reese's. And Zach said Hershey's, though not my pick.
No, that was Logan said Hershey's.
Oh yeah,
No,
sorry,
no,
that's Hershey's, though not my pick.
Brandon, you and Zach all got it right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm the only person that got the other that guessed the other half of the finals.
I was way off.
I said Kit Kat versus Snickers, and Snickers would win, but obviously Reese's beat Snickers. So
I would say about 85% of us knew what was going to happen. Reese's is a lot like that kid back when you were playing pickup football when you were a kid, who you knew was going to win every single game, but you still played all the games. Reese's always comes out on top, man.
yeah,
Everybody loves it.
And shout out to Brandon, because Brandon was the one that actually drafted that team. So it's kind of a victory here for Brandon.
Well done.
And Kit Kat was me. So I feel like I'm at least getting the bronze or the silver medal here.
getting the silver. It's all right. If you ain't first, you're last anyway.
Still last. But congratulations to that. And thanks, everybody, for doing this. I was just going to bring up real quick the community tab to show you what we're going to talk about. I believe next week there was a bunch of votes in already for what we were going to talk about, and there was 234 votes so far as of 3 days ago. What we should draft this Thursday, and it was cereals, wrestlers, beer brands, and fast food. And cereals is 32%, wrestlers 29%, beer brands 11%, and fast food 28%. So as of right now, we will talking and drafting our top cereals.
Yeah, get your cereals ready, boys.
I need to get my draft.
By the way, anybody that chooses plain Rice Krispies, you can get the fuck out of this chat right now.
Fucking psychopaths.
So if you guys are interested in that, we will draft next Thursday cereals, and then the following Thursday we will do a bracket style again where you decide who has the best cereal in the entire planet. I'm excited for it. That was fun.
General Mills, if you're out there.
Oh,
Hey.
Let's do this in case we have time. Hopefully, we have time after the draft next week to do a picker wheel. Let's go ahead and spin the picker wheel to see what we'll discuss.
Yep, we did last week. We discussed WWF versus AEW.
Mm-hmm.
We did do that, so we have that up there. But we'll spin one more.
I can't give an answer on that because I still haven't ever seen anything AEW. So,
yep. So we'll spin this again for the picker wheel. And if you, at any point you have questions, it'd be a good time to put in any question the entire planet that you have for the picker wheel on here. Just put it in the comments.
Yeah, all you gotta do is at some point in time just say picker wheel and then put your comment.
Best hot dog brand.
There's no competition on this. All right, cool.
Ooh. All right.
Hot dog brand.
So we'll put that in our notes for the picker wheel. We will discuss after the draft next week the best hot dog brand, and that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one. So we're gonna go from cereals to hot dogs, from no nuts to wieners.
Oh, hey Matt, you know what we forgot before we sign off?
What?
Shout out YouTube members.
Oh yeah, shout out YouTube members. We appreciate all of you. Michael Kelly, Chris Folsom, Navy Jesse 50, Brooke Phelps, Eugene Skeeter, Nita Autumn Meadow Queen, Crikey McGack.
Not Crikey, other one.
Yeah, not the Crikey McGahey. That's their cousins. Richard Tatum, Dragon King, Jennifer Soots, Jennifer McCowan, You've Been Whacking Out, Bomber 521, Willie Webbs, Copper John's Beard, Lalita. I know it's not really how you say it, but that's how I'm going to continue to say it. Zach Sweeney, Elo, Grim, Toby's Army, Rozzy Gardner. Rozzy motherfucking Gardner. So, yeah, there we go. We shouted them out. We appreciate you guys. Come over Tuesday. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Question marks? I don't know. Your name is different.
What?
Yeah,
He's like, I have cousins?
Yeah, it's apparently you're
Crikey McGack.
McGahey. What was the running back?
Crikey.
Willis McGahey.
Willis.
Crikey.
Yeah, Willie McGahey.
McGack.
Yeah, Willie McGahey, Crikey
And
McGahey.
North McCowan.
Yes. All right, that's all we got for a show. Can't
Same
thank you
here.
guys enough. We'll be back Tuesday for some Triple T.
Thanks
And-
everyone for voting.
And we'll be back. That was a lot of fun. And we'll obviously we're going to talk cereals. So if you love cereals, come over. If you don't, just come and hang out. We're going to draft them. You're going to see how we rank cereals, and maybe producer Zach can redeem himself. And hopefully Logan will be here so he can actually draft some cereals as well. Maybe we'll do the top 4 instead of 5. We'll figure that out. But I like the 16 team. First week, we're going to have some bugs. We're going to work this out. But either way, that was fun. You guys got anything else?
I had enough.
Me neither. Oh, there's a kiss for all of you. All right, gonna hit the outro. All right, bye.
Bye.